Hello, my name is Joseph Avila-Rey, and today I will be presenting my tennis sport analysis. I will be focusing on the physiological and biomechanical demands of tennis, some of the main injury concerns, and then a change of direction, ability, and technique workout that applies to the sport. For a quick overview, tennis is an intermittent racket sport played as singles or doubles. Most matches are best of 3 sets, and even though points are short, total match duration can still be long. There is no substitution system during normal play. For the positional groupings, I chose to go the route of singles and doubles. Singles usually means more court coverage and repeated movement, while double usually means more short reactive movement. For the physiological demands, tennis is built around repeated short efforts. Average rally duration is about 5 to 7 seconds. Effective playing time is only about 18 to 20%. And work to rest ratio is around 1 to 2 to 1 to 5, depending on the context. Match demands also change a lot based on surface, level of play, and playing style. The point I'm making is that average rallies are short, but worst case scenarios, longer rallies build up fatigue, especially on slower surfaces like clay. One thing I noticed in the literature is that tennis studies do not all define high-speed running the same way. Some focus on peak speed, some on distance per minute, and some on momentum above specific cutoffs. Based off that, lower thresholds can make tennis look more sprint heavy, while higher thresholds can make it look the opposite of that. The differences in definition didn't have as big of an impact on the review of literature since tennis depends more on first step acceleration, lateral movement, deceleration into reacceleration, rather than a long line sprint. Biomechanically, tennis is a very demanding sport since players repeatedly have to accelerate, decelerate, and change direction, often while setting up for a stroke. The sport involves lateral movement, crossover recovery, trunk control, repeated unilateral loading, and upper body deceleration after strokes, especially after the serve. Because of that, the ankle, knee, hip and groin, trunk, shoulder, and elbow all get loaded pretty frequently. So getting to the ball is only one part of the problem. Players also have to stop under control and hit in good positioning. The two positional differences I chose to highlight are singles and doubles. Singles players have to cover a higher percentage of the court, have more repeated lateral and recovery movement, and have a bigger conditioning demand overall. Doubles players have less court to cover per player, but they have to deal with more short reactive movements. It is important to highlight these differences when creating workout plans for them. Some common injuries in tennis include shoulder overuse injuries, elbow problems, wrist issues, low back pain, hip and groin pain, knee pain, ankle sprains, and lower leg overload. Some modifiable factors include poor change of direction mechanics, poor braking ability, weak eccentric strength, poor load progression, poor trunk control, and poor force transfer through the kinetic chain. Tennis loads the body through cutting, braking, lunging, rotating, and serving, so injury reduction has to reflect those demands. For a quick overview of the workout, I chose to focus on change of direction ability and technique since tennis players constantly accelerate, decelerate, and recover. So the goal is to improve change of direction ability for better court coverage, body control, recovery speed, movement efficiency, and injury prevention. The three drills I use are the box drill, cone slaloms, and the tennis spider drill. The first drill I chose is the box drill since it improves change of direction technique, footwork coordination, deceleration, and reacceleration control and repositioning ability. It's set up as 3 sets of 4 reps with 5 meter segments, taking around 10 seconds of work with 30 to 45 seconds of rest between reps, making the rest to work ratio about 1 to 3 or 1 to 5. The targeted adaptations are better control of center of mass during transition, better efficiency between switches and movement, and less wasted movement during court repositioning. The second drill I chose are the cone slaloms, since they improve change of direction ability, foot placement, and movement rhythm and coordination. The setup consists of 5 to 6 cones spaced out about 1.5 to 2 meters apart, and each rep consists of 6 to 10 seconds of work. The targeted adaptations are better control during rapid redirection, better efficiency when changing angles repeatedly, and improved lower body control during short multi-directional efforts. This drill translates well to the game due to its quick short angle changes and repeated small adjustments. The third and final drill I chose is the spider drill because it trains multi-directional movement around the court. It focuses on acceleration, deceleration, reacceleration, and court movement efficiency. Targeted adaptations are better control of center of mass during transitions, better control under mild fatigue, and better tolerance to repeated short movement demands. It is useful for both performance and injury reduction. That brings us to the end of the presentation. These are the references that I use to create my slides. I will also be linking them in the description in case you want to further read them for more research. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.